industry. You know, good luck, young man. I hope your education does something for you. Because you're going to need a really good job. Where do you get You get 36 million.
You know what they said? Says the Tea Party people, they hate the black president. Bullshit. I don't care what color he is.
You have some racists mixed in.
Big time.
Greetings.
Where are you guys from?
Newport, Maine. Sarah Palin brought us here.
Really?
Tea Party movement.
What'd she do for work?
Sarah Palin?
Yeah, what'd she do for work? How'd she pay the bills?
Better than Obama.
She's doing speeches right now.
Really? What do you think she's going to talk about?
What's she going to talk about?
She's already talked. She's all done.
She's
Really?
talking about our freedom.
You're after this, right? Right.
I missed her?
Yes.
You missed her.
What'd she say?
She said that we got to take our government back and put it back where it belongs.
But our
For the
Constitution
people,
back.
to the people.
Yeah, and by the people.
Could
not
you
by
be
the
specific? Like, take it back from who?
Take it back from the government that's in there right now. They're taking away our freedoms.
How are they doing that?
Well, first of all, I don't believe that they should be forcing health care down our throats, okay?
How are they forcing
You're talking
They're
about
going to fine us if you don't want to have it.
$2,000 if I don't take it when it goes
Right.
into effect.
And then for 4 years, we got to pay for something we can't even use. So if you get
Dude.
sick, you still have to pay for health care.
You should be able to see a doctor. You think so? Whether you can afford, whether you have a job or not.
There's a doctor there to be able to see me.
Well,
Once
there's that
it's-
too.
I can give you a
going
perfect example of
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
Absolute perfect example.
Of what?
We have a lot of, about seeing a doctor and who's going to pay.
Yeah.
In Maine, in a certain town in Maine, there's a lot of Somalians coming into this country. They are coming in legally.
Yeah.
They are getting free everything. I lost my job January of last year, 2009. I called up the state of Maine to get into the Dirigo health plan. You know what? I didn't qualify because I didn't have
Maine care.
Maine care. I didn't qualify because I did not have a dependent child at 62 years old.
We need term limits, period.
What do you think elections are?
Term limits. So they can only go, the
what's an
president, the president is only in there, they can only run for so many terms.
Vote them out.
You try now.
Or run for office yourself.
Yeah, but the thing
it's
is, if
all
they can
money
only run
thing.
for 4 years, let them only
What
run for
about
4
public
years.
financing for campaigns?
Yeah, it's not enough.
What do you think of the Supreme Court ruling? Supreme Court recent ruling saying corporations are covered by the First Amendment and they can contribute as much as they want.
I
No,
don't,
I
I don't
don't go for
necessarily
that.
agree with that.
No,
How so?
no.
It's not an individual. You know, individuals, we have rights as individuals, but that's not an individual, that's a corporation talking. It's not an individual. We have individual rights. That's what I want to keep is my individual right. Okay? And they're giving it to a mass. It's not right. I don't believe it.
The governor of Nebraska signed a bill further limiting abortion in any way you slice it, legal though it is, and requiring women to get mental health checkups and physical checks before they do it.
No, I believe in freedom of choice.
Right.
I don't believe public funds should be used because then you're taking
That's
away
right.
my individual right.
My parents think I've gone crazy. Only Glenn Beck understands me. Everybody, there's a communist living in the White House. Everybody, there's a communist living in the White House. What are we gonna do about it?
What small business were you screwed in?
Keep your hands off me. Keep your hands off me.
You guys all have health care? You all have health coverage?
Yes.
Cool.
Pay for it.
Excellent. You can afford it.
You don't get the fancy cable vision, the HBO, the Showtime.
What about
You make
the
choices.
unemployed who don't have any coverage anymore and their leg hurts? Can they go to the doctor? Sure.
Everyone gets
Everybody
treated.
has access to
Everyone has
healthcare.
access.
Access.
These people are doing great work down on the border. Go to this
Which
site
border?
right here.
Which border?
It's called the American-Mexican border.
Yeah, what are they doing?
They're documenting illegal people coming into our country
Yes.
who are trying to subvert America
How are they doing that?
by taking jobs away from hard-working American people.
Like what job?
Like my job.
Which is that?
Yeah.
Which
work.
job is that?
It's called work.
What'd you do?
Yeah. I install and refinish wood floors.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mostly
I used to
Cambodians do that around here.
Right. Exactly. Mostly Mexicans are starting to do it now.
Well,
All right.
you know what the market you in favor of market rates and all that?
No, I'm in favor of Americans working. I'm in favor of Americans, born and raised Americans.
But what if your
working.
American neighbor wants to buy it more cheaply and he gets it cheaper than you can do it?
That's the problem. Americans are getting too comfortable hiring illegals now.
So you
We need
really
to
don't have the
hire
problem with
Americans.
Mexicans so much as with your neighbor.
We need to hire.
So what
Start
do you
hiring
should-
Americans to do American
You should
work.
tell your neighbor that.
Right. Start hiring Americans to do
Don't
American
you think?
work.
No amnesty for who? Illegal immigrants.
Illegal immigrants, criminals. They're called criminals.